Good morning! We are going to sow some tomato seeds and courgette seeds today, so I'll talk you through. Alba, thank you for saying hello. Oh, and just before we do that, take a look. The salad, the oriental salad, has started to sprout, and that's just after 3 days. So that's ace. You should just be like sticking your finger in a bit and just making sure the compost feels moist, otherwise give it more water. So, 2 tomatoes. We love them. When you're buying seeds, you might have noticed things called F1 and think, what on earth is that? And it costs so much more money and you get like 5 seeds rather than 15. So F1 means it's been specially bred to be like super tasty and a nice colour and very prolific. It means that if you try and save the seed of this, it's not going to be true to the tomato that you've grown. It will throw back to some old grandparent that's really bitter, or you're not going to get the same tomato. So it's really good to grow a mixture, I think, of what's called open pollinated, basically not F1, which means that you can save the seeds of the tomatoes, which is a good thing to do, seed saving, we'll do that later. But also, when we're commercially growing, we do use some F1s, even though they're more expensive, because they're often very prolific varieties, which means you'll get lots and lots of tomatoes and you can really count on them. So I bought these ones, Sakura, and they're just like a nice red cherry tomato, but I've only got 5 seeds in here, so you just got to like do this really delicately, make sure you don't lose any because they're very expensive. So I'm just going to fill up 5 modules with compost, just like we did with the chard. It's like pretty much the same method. So just pour it over again and try and fish out those lumpy bits because they're not so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could cut the tray just so you know that's your little bit of tomatoes, but I'll probably just sow some more chard into here, and as they grow I'll be able to tell that they're slightly different ones. So again, bang down and just sort of firm your compost down a bit in here. Thanks, Nige. Pick out any coiry bits. Little bit more. I think it's good to fill up your modules as much as you can, because as the roots start to grow, this is what's providing them with water and food. So if you're only half filling your modules, maybe just try and fill them up if you've got enough compost. If not, I totally understand, don't worry. So they're nice and full. Now tomato seeds are absolutely teeny tiny. Let's get these out very carefully. Okay, there's 2. Come on, should have 5 in here. They're just stuck in that corner. It's not the thing to do on a video, but anyway. Okay, I've managed to get 4 out, and I'll fight with the other one. So you can see they're very small. Now I'm just gonna indent with my finger here, like that. Right, try and get it right in the center if you can. There we go, and just drop one of those in. Lovely. 2. There we go. And then I'm just going to crumble over again. That's great. Now tomatoes like to be kept warm, so in a place that doesn't go below 15 degrees. Ideally kind of around 18, 20 would be good. So just put them on a nice warm place in your house. We've discovered that the new house that we are building is really super warm, so I think that's why my seeds have germinated really quickly. And actually that's boring for a video. I'll get that one out later. So there we go. Now, courgettes. These are much more chunky seedlings, so I'm going to use bigger modules. I could use even bigger than this if I had them, but I'm a bit limited to what I've got at the moment. So you can see in size-wise they're a lot bigger. Otherwise, as soon as they've grown into that, you'd need to repot them. So this might just give me a little bit more time. So you just fill these over like that. Crumble, crumble, crumble. Give it a bang down again. Now seeds generally need to be sown at twice the depth of the seed. So you're going to see when we take these courgette seeds out that they are a little bit bigger. So I might need to use a pen to make the holes for these ones. So yeah, they're much bigger than the tomato seeds. I like handling seeds like this because it's so much like less fiddly. So thank you, courgettes. So that's tamped down nicely. Now, if you want to measure to like twice the depth of the seed, you can just use a pen. And I see like that's about twice the depth where my fingers are, right? So then I'm just gonna push the pen in till my fingers hit the compost. And then I know I've made the right kind of size hole. And then once I've made all my holes, I'll drop the seeds in. Now, yeah, just poke them in like that. Lovely. I like courgettes, so I'm really hoping that these do all right. You get quite a lot of fruit off a plant. And I love the flowers as well, they're so tasty to eat. There we go, put a couple back. I'll sow some more maybe in another week or so. I'm just going to crumble this over. And then I need to find another tea tray. I've actually found some polystyrene from the top. We just got a washing machine. So I kept that. I'm going to put a bin bag on top of that and use it as a new seed tray. And then I'll give these really good water. I think it would take a bit too long to soak these with a spray. So I'd really just gently being the operative word, pour over the water just to really soak those modules through. And yeah, thank you for your questions. Any more questions, please do send them through. And good luck, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.